matter how many... They would never be so rude, Shek-a-Shek. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Is anybody here? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
What's going on? Why are you panicking?
It's Nikki!
Oh man, Nikki, you have to help us. It's Miss Glove. She just passed out, Shek-a-Shek.
Yeah, she passed out.
Oh man, we've tried everything to wake her up. We even called for help, but when everyone turned to look at us, they just screamed, "Ghost!" and ran away, Shek-a-Shek.
They saw us and just took off.
What if... Miss Glove, please don't die, Shek-a-Shek.
I'm pretty sure ghosts don't die a second time, so shouldn't she be fine?
Where is she now? Take us to her.
She's up in the high tower. This way, Nikki.
You're here.
This is...
A spell that seals the dead away, yes. It has the power to shatter a ghost's truest obsessions and wipe them out. Permanently.
Why would anyone want to cast that on a ghost?
The ruins have seen a lot of visitors recently. Someone must have triggered some nasty old thing the ancients left behind, and she got caught in it.
Maybe one of the super styling contest contestants set it off by mistake.
Focus, everyone. We need to stop Miss Glove from fading away. You understand ancient womancy much better than I do. Is there any way we can save her?
Her name.
What?
Master once said, love is a miracle, but also a curse. The best way to keep a ghost from leaving is to softly call her name.
It's a requiem spell. The only way to stop a ghost from completely fading away is to call out her real name.
Come back, my wandering friend. Give me a moment, so I can leave your gentleness in the world.
Why'd you stop?
I can't remember her name.
Mr. Strange, quickly, please tell Livy Miss Glove's first name.
You don't remember either? What about Shock Shock? Shock Shock, you must know.
Does nobody remember Miss Glove's name?
Hold on. You're telling me not one of you knows?
How odd. It seems the memories of her have vanished from my mind. All I can remember is her time as a court musician. Other than that, I can't recall a single thing about her.
Even though I can't remember her name or much of her past, my feelings for her haven't changed. She must have been a dear friend to me.
How curious. How could someone be so important and yet be completely forgotten by everyone?
We don't have a lot of time to figure this out right now. Maybe we could check out her books and photos. They might give us a clue about what's going on.
not so sure. When we searched the ruins, we looked through every single book and stone. Nothing has Miss Glove's name on it. The only things we found said musician on them, Shekashek.
This is the memory candle holder. Just as Penelope used it to find the truth, it has the ability to reveal people's pasts and the memories of the departed. After I died, Olivia tried to use it to relive our memories together, but it didn't work. Only people with great strength can use the candle holder. Memory is a power that belongs only to the living. We dead souls can no longer call upon it. Nikki, you're strong enough. With the candle holder, you might be able to reveal her true name.
I'll try my best. But how do I use the candle holder to learn about Miss Glove's past?
We'll need her belongings. The more sentimental the object, the easier it can reveal the past. I'll search through the ruins and try to find something as soon as possible.
I'll inform Sir Percy, and I will join the search as well.
Then I'll stay here and watch her. If anyone finds a clue, please, bring it back here.
We'll come with you. Miss Glove usually plays in the high tower. Let's start looking around there.
Open your eyes. See every charred bone. Hear every scream. It's her indulgence, her negligence, that led to today's tragedy.
Why? What did we do wrong?
Wipe away your useless tears. Now, my dear Amy, you can stop all of this.
Me?
The gods gave you a gift. The dagger that can rewrite fate. Only you can sever this endless cycle of tragedy.
What should I do?
Follow me, for our future's sake.
That's so awful. I had no idea that Miss Glove had such a tragic past. I feel like my little furry heart is breaking.
Amy, that must be Miss Glove's name. Let's take the sheet music back to Mr. Strange.
So, did you find it?
Momo and I found a piece of sheet music in the tower.
I see. It looks like a lullaby. This may be simple, but it already shows the flair Miss Glove became known for later on. Amy. Yes, that child must be her. But this rough bark paper and cheap ink, even for the slums, this was poorly made.
Wow! You got all of that just from a piece of sheet music?
Momo, you must understand. Back in our day, your class couldn't be changed. You were born into it. Nobles and commoners shared nothing but the moon and stars. They didn't even speak the same language.
So, that vision the candle holder revealed was Miss Glove's childhood? She must have lived in poverty.
The vision you described and this sheet music remind me of something. Back when I was in the Undercity, the neighboring Hope House orphanage caught fire. The flames raged for days, lighting up the sky brighter than any noble feast. 72 children and 12 adults died in the fire. One little girl made it out alive. That little girl must have been Miss Glove.
Recovering such painful memories. I wonder if it's a blessing or a curse for her.
At least we know her name now. Now we can save her.
Okay. Come back, my wandering friend. Please, give me this moment to have your tenderness here, among us in the world. Amy.
Amy? Amy! Why?
The fading seems to have slowed down. The Requiem spell should have taken effect, but for some reason, it hasn't stopped it completely.
Did we cast a spell wrong or something? Maybe our timing was off. Why isn't she back to normal?
Perhaps she has more than one name.
More than one name? Are you saying...
Back when I was scavenging spoiled food with the stray dogs in the Undercity, people called me York the Flea. After I won the Queen's favor, I gave myself a new name to serve at court. Eventually, people forgot about York in favor of Strange. But after I passed away, Percy remembered my old name and carved York on my tombstone. One of the few kind acts he committed in his life, if I'm honest.
Mr. Strange.
There's no need to be sad. For a ghost, death is just one of countless bad memories. It's not worth mourning. My point is, if someone called me York now, it might take me a second to realize it was me they were talking to.
So Amy could have been Ms. Glove's name when she was a child. Once she got older and became a court musician, she must have started going by a different name.
Exactly.
A different name. That reminds me, you said that, apart from Amy, every adult and child at the orphanage lost their life in the fire. Is that right? If that's true, then who was that old man I saw speaking with Amy in the middle of the flames?
It sure is puzzling. Miss Nikki, perhaps you should talk to Percy. Her Majesty had him deal with the aftermath of the fire on her behalf. Even if Miss Glove's memories were erased, I'm certain he would remember all the details of his assignment. He's always been very dedicated to tasks Her Majesty gives him.
All right, I'll go visit Sir Percy. Will you come with us, Mr. Strange?
You wouldn't want to be there for our reunion, my dear. I think it's best if I stay behind and keep an eye on our unconscious companion.
That makes sense. Sometimes you two act like allies, and others, you're like sworn enemies. It's hard to figure you two out.
Perhaps we're both. After all, death is the most peculiar peacemaker. I think you ought to pay a visit to Percy, Miss Nikki. Hopefully his memory hasn't faded with time, and he can give you the answers you're looking for.
It's Nikki! Nikki is here!
Your Excellency, it's been a while. I heard about what happened to Miss Glove. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes. Can you tell us about the fire at Hope House Orphanage?
My, what a tragedy. That memory still haunts me to this day. It was humid that summer. And Her Majesty had just released a few redundant officials. That led to quite a bit of oversight. They say it was a recipe for disaster.
Did you say it was humid? How could a fire of that scale break out with all that moisture in the air?
You are sharp. After days of thorough investigation, they revealed the fire was no accident. Quite the opposite. It was arson. Her Majesty had just ascended the throne, and her rule was so new. So our investigation was met with quite a bit of resistance. On top of that, there was this mysterious force working against us in the shadows. After days of not finding anything, a fight suddenly broke out on the border, pulling me away. The case was left unsolved.
I see. It seems like the public always blamed the Queen, which explains why that older... Oh, right! There was an old man talking to Amy. Did he survive the fire too?
No. I supervised the burial of all the victims. I know for a fact that the only one to survive that night was Amy. I have to be honest, I have no idea who that man was.
Seems like a dead end.
Sir Percy, the other ghosts don't remember Miss Glove at all. Do you remember anything?
Wait a sec. Since you're a sword, do those strange ancient spells even affect you?
Unfortunately, I wasn't spared either. But I do recall investigating a murder in the royal palace. The victim was Her Majesty's personal musician. Miss Glove was also a court musician. We might be able to find some clue about her past with the rest of the case's evidence, don't you think?
I just hope that poor musician wasn't Miss Glove.
Shouldn't the Queen's residence be the safest place to be? I had no idea such a heavily guarded fortress could be so dangerous.
For those in the royal palace, Her Majesty's ideal future would come at the expense of the prosperous life they enjoy today.
So, that's why they hated the Queen?
I believe they were motivated by a fear of change. The fear that a strong, ambitious woman in power might take everything from them. And they knew she would. So they resorted to slander, false accusations, and even countless assassinations.
I don't know how to respond. Your era, your ideals, the future you hoped for. I don't understand it. I've been in Wishfield for quite a while. I've weathered some storms, but all that remains in my heart are mostly warm and cherished memories. I walk alongside the people of this land as they work to bridge gaps and live in harmony. I would have to imagine that this is what you'd hoped this land would become.
You're right. This is what we wanted Wishfield to become. If only Her Majesty could see the good that has come out of her beautiful kingdom.
I just remembered! The evidence from the investigation into the murdered musician is kept in the front yard. Nikki, I'll take you there.
My apologies. I was searching my memories again. I won't take up more of your time, Your Excellency.
All the evidence related to the case is here, Shakashak.
Shak, did you interrupt Sir Percy's memories on purpose?
You caught me. Actually, after Her Majesty passed away, Sir Percy was exiled to guard the palace. He ended up being the only one to actually live out his days without them being cut short. Watching his companions die one by one, he spent decades reliving those painful memories, trapped in unending solitude. Sir Percy is far more regretful of his past than the other lords. I didn't mean to make him sad, and I really didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, Shakashak.
I don't blame you, Shak. Sir Percy was able to gradually move past the shadows, thanks to your thoughtfulness. You deserve a lot of credit.
Huh? That's awfully kind of you, Nikki. I think I'm blushing, Shakashak.
All right, cool your jets. Nikki and I are going to get those belongings.
You've been doing very well lately. Keep watching her closely. Learn what she likes and dislikes, and stay as near to her as you can.
Yes, my lord.
I heard you've been getting along with one of her favorite musicians. Is that right?
My lord, Cleo. Cleo has nothing to do with it. I beg you, my lord, please don't drag her into this.
Enough! Dwelling upon these meaningless attachments will only distract you from achieving your goals. Or have you already forgotten the 84 lives that were reduced to ashes in that fire?
I beg your forgiveness, my lord.
Remember your mission, dear child. Your fate and the fate of this kingdom depend on you. Do not let fleeting compassion lead you to betray those still suffering in the abyss.
Yes, my lord.
Your instrument is tuned.
Cleo!
Duke Price? What are you doing here? What are you doing to Floya?
Oh, she really seems to trust you. It's too bad that trust ends here.
What do you mean? Are you working together?
My child, fate is teaching you a valuable lesson. Only the dead keep secrets.
No, what are you... Save me! Floya!
No.
It sounds like Cleo was probably the victim. That means Ms. Glove must be Floya. But then, there's the murderer, Price. How are they connected? What's happening?
What's happening? Sir Percy's been frozen like this for a while. Is it really that hard to comprehend?
Sir Percy.
I'm sorry. Duke Price was Her Majesty's fiercest political rival during her reign. He was a leading figure among the opposition nobles. Her Majesty wanted equality and happiness for everyone, even commoners. Naturally, the conservative nobles saw that as a threat. And my mother came from that family. I wasn't sure how to talk about it.
I see. No, it can't be!
It sounds to me that your loyalty to the Crown over family is all the more admirable, Sir Percy.
I couldn't choose the family I was born into, and neither could my mother. But I could choose where I belong.
Wait, we're missing something very important. If Floya is Ms. Glove, and Price is the Queen's political rival, why would two people from opposing sides meet in secret? So secretly that they felt like they had to eliminate Cleo immediately, just because she stumbled upon them?
Exactly! This sounds pretty shady, if you ask me. Miss Glove, was she some kind of spy?
She might be. If she truly serves Price, even as a ghost, I won't just stand by and do nothing.
Uh-huh. Right. Protecting Her Majesty is our mission, Shek.
Maybe we should try to wake her up by calling her Floya, just in case. Then, we'll ask her. When playing her music to call out to the Queen under the moonlight, she looked so devoted. I find it hard to believe that it was just an act. Momo, what's wrong?
I feel like someone's here. Ah!
Why are you shouting so loudly? You scared me half to death.
It's the Will-O-Wisp. What are you doing here, Shek?
Oh, I'm just a side character. I can't help you leads all that much. I just thought I'd be on the lookout to make sure no outsiders come near the ruins. I wouldn't want your work to be interrupted and have folks be affected by those strange spells.
So you're tough in words, but soft at heart. I gotta say, your ghostly look is kinda cute.
Finally. It looks like you have found another name for her. We should wake her up quickly now. I just ran into Her Majesty's doll. She seemed really worried.
Okay, we're on our way. Come back, my wandering friend. Please, give me this moment to have your tenderness here, among us in the world. Floya!
Look, she's awake!
Floya, are you all right?
Don't call me that.
What's wrong?
Floya. That's the name Price gave me when he ordered me to go to the royal palace.
What? Price? You... How could you be...
Price told me that the orphanage fire was entirely Philomea's fault, and that only by overthrowing her could I truly avenge my family. After rescuing me from the orphanage fire, he gave me the identity Floya, and sent me to the palace to eavesdrop, waiting for the perfect moment.
So, was Cleo part of your plan too?
Cleo... My poor Cleo. That day, she stumbled upon our meeting, and Price killed her with the poisoned dagger I kept hidden up my sleeve. I shouldn't have let her help me restring my instrument. She was the kindest person to me in the whole palace. Even these gloves were a gift from her. I've really let her down.
So you're saying you were Price's spy, and you had a poisoned dagger?
I remember Philomea saying she died from poisoning too.
Was it me who killed the queen? I'd already caused the death of my best friend, and now... No, I was only fulfilling my mission to avenge my family for their fiery deaths. I should hate her. I should. But why does it hurt so much?
Nonsense. Her Majesty was exiled to these wild lands as a child and witnessed the sufferings of countless commoners. She spent her whole life fighting for everyone else's happiness, taking countless insults and ultimately paying with her life. How could she possibly have anything to do with the orphanage fire?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Everyone, calm down. I can tell Ms. Glove's pain is real. If she really were a spy, how could she break down like this over harming the Queen? Memories may fade, but the light left in your heart will never go out. We all remember the peace and comfort she brought us, don't we?
Go to the palace underground. I saw a poisoned dagger there once. You're still fading, so you may still have other names. I hope that dagger leads to your other names, and that whatever's behind it proves your innocence.
But what if it proves I'm guilty?
Standing around changes nothing, but hope? Hope is always on the road ahead. Go to the palace underground. Find the dagger, and find your hope.
You're a traitor. You betrayed Her Majesty's trust.
Vaylene, Livy, how did you know?
You overheard our conversation, didn't you? You must be those eavesdroppers Momo sensed while we were at Sir Percy's place.
Oh, we didn't mean to eavesdrop, we promise. You're just so kind, Nikki. We're all grateful to you. But her... she's the one who killed Her Majesty. I'll never let you find your name and go unpunished. As the culprit, you must pay.
Calm down. Nothing has been confirmed yet. We need to find the dagger and recover her lost memories if we want to get to the bottom of this. The first time I met Ms. Glove, she was performing for the Queen. Her playing, her singing, everything about her was all for the Queen. Their bond must be deeper than death itself. That's why they can reunite here as ghosts, hundreds of years after they passed away. How could someone like that kill the Queen?
We can't take that risk anymore. If Her Majesty had lived another 5 or 10 years, then she would have seen that her dream for this land had come true at last. But Price's assassin had to ruin everything with a single drop of that deadly poison. Vaylene would never let her near Her Majesty after something so heinous. Never in 1,000 years.
I trust her.
Her Majesty.
After my passing, Olivia had entrusted you with keeping one of the palace's 3 tokens safe. It truly illustrates her faith in you. I trust Nikki. I trust my instincts, and I trust Olivia. That means you must be a trustworthy ally. Or at least you once were.
But...
Thank you, my Vaylene. And my Livy. Thank you for caring for me so deeply. This kindness is enough to heal my wounds.
Since it appears that you both believe it to be so, we promise to comply. The dagger lies in the deepest part of the cavern. Please see to it that the truth is uncovered.
I will.
Thank you for still believing in me, Your Majesty.
Until the truth comes to light, you're still my subject. Upholding the dignity of my people is what a ruler should do. You may leave now.
This is it.
Chief Musician, Her Majesty is waiting for you. May your music finally grant her peace. This is the only other thing we can do for her.
Chief? The music. Am I back in Miss Glove's past? Philo, how is Her Majesty?
Go see her. She resisted the poison for quite some time, but now she's barely hanging on by a thread.
Who could have done such a thing? Where were the knights during all of this? Darn it. I was so close. So close!
That voice, it sounds like Strange. Mr. Strange!
Even if Her Majesty... Even if I'm the only one left, I will carry on.
He's consumed by grief and rage. He can no longer hear us.
You're back. The poison burned my eyes. I can't see your face. Please, come closer.
You you.
Don't be sad for me. I wasn't too hungry that day, so I only took 2 sips of the poison tea. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't have had the chance to say goodbye to you.
So it sounds like the Queen's poisoning had nothing to do with either that dagger or Miss Glove.
I thought I had decades to plan and proceed at my own pace. But now, I must change my course. Percy has already set out. Olivia will be back at the Royal Palace by tomorrow. If I don't make it until dawn, I need you to tell her, no matter how Price and the others slander me, she must not argue back. She would do well to stand with them and openly denounce my tyranny. Only then will those misled by the noble's words, those convinced that I was a tyrant, support her reign. Only then will she bring about real change. It is then that she will finally be able to outwit those hawks and give our ideals a chance. Her reign will spread happiness to all.
You want to bear this stain yourself to highlight Olivia's virtue, just to pave the way for your sister's rule?
Yes, this is the best-case scenario.
But if no one defends you, their slander will go down in history as the truth. No one will ever know the real you. They'll never know everything you've done for this land. Is there really no other way?
I recall this dream I had. It was of someone I'd never met, but somehow she still felt quite familiar to me. She said she also had a goal that must be accomplished, and for it, she'd failed countless times, as many times as there are stars in the sky. A younger me then asked her, had she seen my fate hidden in any of those failures? Had she seen my ideals realized on this beloved land? She said nothing, but I found the answer in her eyes. Regardless of success or failure, I'd taken a step forward with courage. My life has been a constant struggle. Only death is unconquerable. Since the end is inevitable, I'm willing to become the first cornerstone in building a better world.
That person you saw in your dream, that sounds like...
I may not live to see the sun rise tomorrow. Do you remember it? I return it to you. Once a weapon of hatred, it can now become a shield that protects what we value most. My ideals, my kingdom, my Olivia. I leave them in your hands.
I will, Philomia, for the ideals we share.
I knew you could. The day you gave me this dagger, I knew you could do it.
Good child, think of those already dead. Only her death can end your pain.
He's lying.
I looked into that fire. The truth is not what it seems.
Amy, it hurts!
How much will you sacrifice?
From the first day you stepped into the royal palace, I knew who you were.
Why did you deceive me?
I am willing to give you one more chance to choose. Pierce my heart, bury the life eaten away by hatred. Or let go of it. Forget the lies that have bound you your whole life and chase the dawn you deserve.
The world you envision, will it truly come to be? No children cowering in flames. No souls enslaved to hatred. No hunger. No tears. Equal genders. Equal status. A world where everyone can understand one another, and even commoners are free to sing. I want to see that world with my own eyes.
I understand why Price chose you. I swear on my late mother's name, I will dedicate my life to this until the dawn of that new world shines upon everyone. Now, come to me.
Rosanice. Ms. Glove, I just saw your farewell with Philomia.
Thank you for everything you've done for me. I've finally regained my memories, thanks to you. That is a kindness I won't soon forget. This time, let me tell the story. In our time, wealth, knowledge, and even art were controlled by the nobles. Their power was so far-reaching and entrenched that even the king had to show them deference.
No wonder I felt something was wrong when speaking with Sir Percy. Poisoning the monarch, planting spies. I just couldn't believe a noble could possibly commit such horrible crimes.
They only supported Her Majesty's ascension because she'd been raised in exile, far from the capital. Her parents died, and she was easily manipulated. But they didn't anticipate that their royal puppet would turn out to be far more rebellious than they imagined. She wanted to enforce laws that benefited the common people, unify the languages of nobles and commoners, and curtail the nobles' power. How could they possibly allow that?
I see. So that's the reason Price harbors such hatred for the Queen, and wanted her gone.
That's right. He was responsible for the fire at the orphanage. He just needed a musically gifted child from the slums, one he could manipulate to get close to the Queen. A decade later, I went by Floya and became driven by revenge. I thought I hid my motives from the Queen, but she had seen through my facade from the very beginning. She did not expose me. First, she wanted to use me to flush out other spies. Second, she saw herself in me, a girl ground down by power struggles. On the night of the assassination, she told me the truth, and even gave me a chance. She wanted me to leave the royal palace and run far away to pursue a life that was truly my own.
But in the end, you chose to stay behind. That's what I saw in my visions.
Because I wanted to see the world she envisioned. One with no hunger, no tears, everyone speaking the same language, and even commoners being free to sing. I chose her ideals. She trusted me fully and gave me the name Rosanice, meaning a rosy dawn and promising future. In return, I gave her my dagger to prove my loyalty. Everything was going smoothly. I watched as our ideals took root in the shadows. Until one day, Her Majesty was poisoned.
Yikes. What a rough ending. At least it proves you're not to blame for the Queen's death.
If only I'd seen through Price's lies sooner, or if someone had caught the attendant serving the poisoned tea in time. Would things have turned out differently then? Her Majesty could have implemented her grand plan steadily, without bearing a stain on her name. Yet she did all this to ensure Princess Olivia ascended the throne. She held on until the eve of Princess Olivia's coming of age, when she would assume the throne. She entrusted her final wishes to me. Since then, I've been supporting Olivia in secret. But it's a pity.
What's a pity?
Follow me.
I never thought beautiful flowers like these could bloom in a desolate place like this.
This is to be my resting place. 5 years after Her Majesty's tragic passing, Price discovered I had been disloyal. He robbed me of my voice with poison, severed my hands, and erased every trace of my existence. With that, he had wiped out Rosanice completely. He cursed me with the most dreadful womancy, dooming me to be forgotten by everyone I cherished in life. It was as if I had never existed at all. Back then, Olivia's reign was still brand new. All she could do was order a musician's apprentice to secretly carry my hands out of the palace and bury them with my body in this place. That's why I was able to return to this world in this form.
If you'd chosen to leave back then, you probably could have survived.
I don't regret my decision at all. I would rather die for hope than have to live a life of toil and ignorance under the nobles' oppression.
But didn't you ever think it might fail? What if it did? Wouldn't all the sacrifices be for nothing?
Of course I did. But even without Her Majesty, there was the princess. Without the princess, there were Strange, Percy, myself, and countless others. We were willing to sacrifice everything for hope. Reform is never easy, but there will always be unyielding souls to raise the banner of hope again and again until the dawn of a new world comes.
Yes. There will always be those who choose hope, no matter how slim that hope may seem. I would have done the same.
Perhaps that's why I felt at ease with you when we first met.
Miss Glove! Oh, wait. We've already found your other name, so I don't really need to call you that anymore. What should we call you now?
Well, I was Amy, Floya, and Rosanice. Without those thorns and roses, I'm not sure I would be who I am today.
That's true, but we should choose a name you can use every day. Otherwise, it'll feel like we don't really know each other yet.
What's gone is gone. It's you who matters most to me. Then, please call me Rosanice. The name carries our shared ideals, and it's what almost everyone in the ruins knows me by.
Hi, everyone! Did I miss anything?
So many memories are flooding back. Strange, yet familiar. I feel dizzy.
Tell us what's really going on, Rosanice.
Don't worry. You'll have plenty of time to hear about the history of this land, where everyone lives in happiness and harmony.
You're right. Ghosts have all the time in the world, now don't they? My story begins with a little girl named Amy.
Hundreds of years later, the Queen's and the Ghost's ideals were finally realized on this land. Momo, do you think our wishes will come true too?
What wishes? Oh, you mean the super styling contest? Of course. No matter what, we'll give it our best.
You're right. Let's make some miracles happen.